Hey you guys, it's Jessica. My username is JessiCakes. Today is Monday, August 20th, 2018. I am 4 days post-op, or no, 3 days post-op, lap bands to sleeve conversion surgery. And this video is going to be a little tough for me to make. I made a video 2 nights ago, or 2 days ago, and it was really hard and really rough, and I made it, and I told my husband I'm gonna make this video because I want to document what I'm feeling, but I may or may not post it, and I'm kind of glad I didn't post it because everything was very raw at that moment. So now I've had a chance to calm down a little bit. I'm still pretty emotional, but I think I can make a better video explaining my feelings. So I just want to start off by saying that I'm doing this because I need support and I need help. I need people to be kind to me, and I don't have a lot of people I can talk to about this, so that's why I'm putting myself out there. But I know that also by putting myself in this position, it's making me very vulnerable to really mean and nasty comments. So I really hope that doesn't happen, because it already has in the past few days as I've been trying to find support for myself. So anyway, I think I made my post-op video, and I was still in the hospital. I was doing okay, and then I went home, and I was still doing pretty okay. Compared to the lap band surgery, I have a lot less gas pain. Like, I don't have that pain in my shoulder that I used to have with the other surgery. I do have some pain around the incisions, but it's not that bad, and it was manageable with my pain meds and everything. So I had my surgery on Thursday, spent the night on Thursday, and I came home on Friday. And Friday night I couldn't sleep. I took my pain meds, I fell asleep, I woke up. And on my phone, I had an email saying that I had new test results available on my online health app. So I open it, it's like 3 a.m. I open it, and it has like a complete metabolic panel, complete blood cell count, and both of those were flagged. So I looked, and it was like my white blood cell count was high, which is understandable because I'm healing. That's totally normal. And then like my thyroid was a little low, and something else. And then there was the blood test that I took, a pregnancy blood test that I took the morning of the surgery, and it was flagged. And I was like, that's weird. So I opened it up and it said that I tested positive for being pregnant. And so that was very surprising to me. And like, I just want to kind of explain the situation. I went for my pre-op last Wednesday, the Wednesday before my surgery, and I said, oh, can I have a blood test just to make sure I'm not pregnant, because I was on the mini pill and things were kind of like a little weird with that, and then my periods aren't regular, so I was just kind of like, let's just take it just in case. So I took it and it was negative on that Wednesday. I got the results back really quick with that one. And then I told the nurse, can I take the blood test again the day of the surgery just to be sure? And she said, yeah, I think that's a good idea. And she said, don't even bother with the at-home pregnancy tests because they aren't very, or like it would be so early on that it wouldn't be very accurate. So we'll just do the blood test, which is very accurate, and we'll get the results back before you go in for your surgery. So then the morning of the surgery, I went in. They were like, okay, we're going to do a blood test just to make sure you're not pregnant. So they took the blood, and then they said, okay, we'll have the results by the time you go in for surgery. So I said, okay. And then I remember the pre-op nurse telling the OR nurse when they were like switching, he goes, oh, we're waiting for a pregnancy test. And she said, oh, okay, that's fine. So then we're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you know, they're getting everything ready and all this stuff. So to me, I think that they got the test and they told me that they weren't going to do surgery on me if I was pregnant. So obviously they were going to check the test before I went into the operating room. So I went into the operating room. I didn't think anything of it. They did the surgery. I went, had the surgery. Everything was fine. I did the whole thing, and then I find out the day after on my phone. No one has called me. No one has checked in on me. No one said, oh shoot, we shouldn't have done that. So yeah, that's where I am right now. And I, by no means am I sad that I'm pregnant. I think we wanted to have more kids and everything, like, and by no means am I blaming anyone else for me getting pregnant. I'm not, obviously the doctor didn't get me pregnant. I did that on my own. But my problem is that I felt like I was being very proactive about making sure I took the right steps to know before the surgery, and I mean, I can take ownership and say that I should have done something extra, but there was a miscommunication on their part, and there was something that they didn't do that could have prevented all of this. And now I have this major life-altering surgery that can be affected. I am worried. I'm worried to a certain extent about this pregnancy even being viable at this point. And then I'm also worried about like how I'm going to manage all of that. So the three problems: will the surgery work after I have the baby? Like, I know the first 6 months to a year is super important with this kind of surgery. So that's part of what I'm worried about. Secondly, I'm worried about me being safe and the baby being safe. And then third, I'm worried about like going through this whole thing, and I'm worried about what is going to happen. And I know that there's many different options for me, and I could just move on from it, but I don't really want to get into all that touchy subjects on it, but my plan right now is to just take my vitamins and do the whole healing process like I was going to do, and try to stay calm and go see my OB as soon as I can, and also go see another bariatric doctor possibly, because I don't, right now I'm like, what the heck? Like, how did you do this? Like, how did it slip through like 5 people? When I like specifically heard the nurse say to the other nurse that we were waiting on this test. So maybe I put too much faith in the system, but I don't know. So kind of emotional and stressed out, but I think that I have a good plan, and I know people have gotten, this has happened to people before, and I know people have gotten pregnant early on in the stages, and you know what, it's like people make mistakes, and I can't be hard on myself because I've learned that everyone else is going to be really hard on me, and if I can't be nice to myself, no one else is going to be. I posted something in a support group, and I cannot tell you how many mean, really heartless comments there were, and I would like to think that I don't care about what other people think, but I do. And it's not even that I care what they think, it's I care what they say to me. Like, words are really powerful, and words hurt, and if I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I did call my uncle, who's a lawyer, and I told him the whole situation, and I'm not out to sue anyone. I'm not out to blame anyone, but I feel like this is something that like really should be addressed, and I feel like there is some kind of malpractice going on. Honestly, like I really feel that way. So I just kind of want to talk to someone about that as well. I'm not rushing into like any of that kind of stuff, but it's just something, another thing that I'm thinking about is like, I asked for this test to be done, and like this could have been prevented. So yeah. Anyway, if you don't like what I have to say, or if you don't like me, or if you are so miserable with yourself that you just like to be an internet troll, I really need you to not even come on my page because I don't need that. And I ask any of those people to really look deep within yourself and figure yourself out, because it's nasty and it's not cute. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. I will keep you updated, and I will talk to you all later.